What's up, everyone? J-Bone back here. Oh man, this is a classic, and I know a lot of people look at this, and as far as when you look at the whole line, the lineage of Motley Crue records that have come out over the years, I know a lot of people frown on this one, but I don't. Then besides the 30th anniversary, which is very special, and I'll get to that in a second, what makes it so special for me? Because this is the record that made me fall in love with Motley Crue. Okay? I remember sitting in my cousin's room when I was a wee little nard, and they were playing this record. And they were like, "Do you like this?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is great." It just grabbed me. It's like, how Nikki Sixx said on that last tour, like being the knife that goes inside and whatever. That's what the music did to me back then, and it still does, And I didn't listen to the whole thing with my cousins, but what they did was, now I'm dating myself here, and you can chuckle all you want, but they burned a copy of the record on tape for me, okay? And I took it home and listened to it over and over and over again. And that's what got me to start buying the Circus magazines, the Metal Edge, the Hit Parader, oh my God, there were so many hard rock, heavy metal magazines back then. So that was a huge changing point in my life. That's when all the posters on my wall went from wrestling to rock and roll, or metal, or hard rock, or whatever. The Crew, the Rat. I mean, I had Hogan, Beefcake, Savage, all those guys. Steamboat, all those guys on my wall, my closet doors and whatever. And then I took all those down, and up went Rat, and Motley Crue, and Whitesnake, and Bon Jovi, and Dokken, and Faster Pussycat, and then I started getting into heavier stuff like Metallica and Megadeth and Testament, later in high school, and it just, this was the record that did it for me, that started my addiction, to rock, to hard rock, heavy metal. This is the one that did it for me, and so yeah, I don't know. I know I've talked about how the first record I bought was Rat, Dancing Undercover. But this is the record that got me hooked on the sound. And it's been one that I hadn't listened to in a while, and I'm listening to it today while I'm doing other stuff and prepping for other videos, and man, it takes me back. I remember being a kid, having a stack of tapes next to my boombox on my desk, and I'd sit and listen to them while I did homework, and hated doing homework, but I would just play these over and over and over again. And it's just, like I said, this is the shit that keeps me young, So this is what I always go back to. This is my roots. So yeah, and they say, well, what's your favorite song off the radio? Off the radio. What's your favorite song off the record? I can't pick one. I love the whole thing top to bottom, They're all classic. They're all great. And I've heard the remastered stuff, and it does sound a little better, because I know people are talking about how the production wasn't that great on Girls, 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 but that's what made me fall in love with it, because it sounded so raw, and it sounded as dirty as what he was singing about, It's just, but now getting to the actual, the other part of the reason for this is, it's the 30th anniversary of Girls, 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 and Motley Crue just put out a little promo vid saying how it went 4 times platinum. Happy birthday, Girls, or happy anniversary, Girls, 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 and that there's an anniversary edition coming out of this record coming out August 25th. And you're supposed to go to motley.com and sign up for the email thing to get surprises or whatever. So I did, I don't know what's all included in this or what they're doing. Hopefully something we'll hear soon tied in with this will be, because let me tell you, when I think of this record and how they were back then, it reminds me of The Dirt, the book The Dirt, and that'd be cool to tie the anniversary of how when they were so low, with all the controversial stuff in with The Dirt. Now, I know there's positive things in The Dirt too, as far as, digging themselves out of the grave they were in back then. But, and I haven't touched that book in a long time, but I remember being almost sick to my stomach when I read that, because the stories in there are just stomach churning. They're just so, oh man, I got goosebumps just thinking about some of those stories. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to dig that out sometime soon and check that out again. It's a good book. It's great. It's one of the better books I've read on classic band stuff. So yeah, happy anniversary. Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls will still always be one of my favorites because it's what started my love for the music I love, plain and simple, So yeah, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, what you thought of it, do you love it? Are you kind of like, it's not one of my favorites, and if it is one of your favorites, tell me what songs do you like on it? Do you like the hit singles that everyone likes, Girls, 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 or Wild Side, or do you pick something like 5 Years Dead or something like that for as far as favorites, or All in the Name of Rock? That's another great one on there. And the Tragic You're All I Need, stuff like that. It's the whole record's just crammed full of goodies. I love it. So yeah, give me your thoughts, and that's going to be it for this one. Got some other stuff I'm planning on recording today in between things, so thanks for watching. We'll see you soon for the next one.